How are you lovely people doing today? My name is John and welcome to a wonderful, a great, a fantastic episode of the Top 5. This is one of the most interactive Top 5 series in all of YouTube. Today I present to you my Top 5 unanswered questions of all time. This is how this is going to work. You guys down in the comments below, tell me which questions in all of Zombies are the most puzzling, the questions that cannot be answered. And then I'm going to go through all the comments. If you see somebody has already suggested your idea, give them a thumbs up. I'm then going to add up all the comments, I'm going to add up all the thumbs up, and I'm going to see which questions, according to you guys, are the most mind-boggling, unanswerable questions of all time throughout this entire zombie saga. So go ahead, leave your questions down below and help contribute to your top 5, because you guys will be writing the entire next episode. If you want, you guys can also submit ideas for future episodes by tweeting me at JohnnyJ25. Before I begin, there's two things I want to make note of. First off, can you guys all go check out JC Backfire's channel? He's sort of restarting his channel, you could say, for like the 10th time, and he's just trying to get his audience back. So if you want, you can check out JC. He makes great zombies content, link down below. But I've also created a second channel that one of these days I'm going to be uploading some videos to, so I'd recommend you subscribe. The link is also down below. Without further ado, let's begin. We're going to kick today's episode off with the bonus slot, and I'm going to ask the question everybody's been puzzled by. What's going on with the Illuminati? So the Illuminati have been hinted and referenced to throughout the entire zombie storyline. Sometimes you'll find Illuminati code on the ground, sometimes you'll find the all-seeing eye, as you might notice throughout the map 5, and sometimes we've actually heard references of Richthofen and the Illuminati being linked in some way, but we don't exactly know what's going on with them. We just see them referenced every so often, and it makes us wonder, how are the Illuminati involved? Because we have this idea of how sort of some of the groups fit in together throughout the entire zombie storyline, but when you throw the Illuminati in there, it kind of just makes everybody scratch their head and go, is there something we don't know? Is there something really big behind all this that makes us really rethink the storyline? I don't know, and that's why I want to know more about what's going on with the Illuminati. The fifth mind-boggling question in all of Zombies is, what was going on at the Pentagon and how did it all come to an end? We have some world leaders fighting for their lives in the Pentagon. They're the last ones alive in the midst of a zombie apocalypse. Fidel Castro. We have President JFK. We have future President Nixon. And we have Secretary of State McNamara. They are on the brink of death within the Pentagon as hundreds of zombies run at them. How did they escape and how did they really clean up the Pentagon from all these zombies? Because at the moment, thousands of zombies are coming at them, endless amounts of zombies. This is a ginormous cover-up in world history, and it's mind-boggling that it sort of just happens in the zombie storyline, but then it was never referenced again. I would love to know really what happened after 5, how they cleaned up this entire mess, and really what sort of sparked this outbreak. There really wasn't much information going on around the map 5, and I'd love to be able to explore it further. The fourth most unanswerable question in all of Zombies is, what happened to the gang at the end of Moon? So, are they trapped on the moon? Did they ever make it back to Earth? Does their story really matter? Do they go on to do more things? What happens with Samantha and how does she work with the rest of the group? There's all these different avenues and stories they could have explored with this group of characters, but instead they went with the Transit 4, and then we really saw how the zombie storyline ended with them. So we know, regardless of what these characters do, they don't play much of a pivotal role. We know that they didn't really have an effect in the outcome of the entire zombie storyline, but I would still love to know what happened to them. These are beloved characters, and it's kind of sad that we just sort of left them stranded on the moon and we didn't really find out how their story came to a close. One of those most mind-boggling and head-scratching loading screens in all of Zombies comes from Not Dare Untoten. There's so much going on in this image and we can barely understand any of it. So it appears we have time travel. You go from 1964 to 1943, but then we have images like the one below the word silence of a guy's walking in a bunch of line, and then we have a bunch of guys who just look zombified in front of computers, but then another guy has a big flash of green in front of his face, another guy's in a Soviet warehouse. I mean, there's so much going on in this image and we can't explain any of it. I would love to know what happened in this image and what really inspired it. Now, of course, when it was made, there wasn't really much of a story going on behind Zombies, but still, this image is almost impossible to interpret. I mean, we have a pretty good idea of what's going on in the rest of the zombie loading screens, but this one just makes me scratch my head. The Mystery Man comes in as the second most unanswerable question in all of Zombies. Who is this man? His portrait, which is blacked out, is on a line next to Richthofen, Takio, Tank, and Nikolai. But who is this mystery man? Some speculate it was the killed Mexican test subject, others speculate it was Maxis. Maybe it is a fifth character that we've never heard of. Nobody really knows. There's just this blanked portrait, and this isn't the first time we've seen him. We also see him on the map 5, and there's a second blanked out portrait on the floor. I get asked this question all the time. Who is this man? And I really have no idea, no explanation. He's never been alluded to throughout the entire zombie storyline. We really have no idea who this man is. The most brain-smashing, mind-blowing, world-changing question in all of zombies that we still have no answer to is what the heck happened at the end of Origins? We had this cutscene right here that just left all of us stupefied. Nobody can really fully interpret it. Say what you will about the Origins ending, share your theories all you want, but at the end of the day, we still don't know if that's correct or not. There are thousands of ways to interpret this ending, and nobody knows exactly which one is the proper one. We've been asking ourselves this question for about 2 years now, and we still can't figure out an answer. It's strange. Treyarch left us with the ultimate cliffhanger, a cliffhanger that we can't even figure out where to go here from next and be positive about it. We really just have to hold our fingers and hope some of our theories are right as we enter this next stage of zombies, because this question cannot be answered. What happened at the end of Origins? What does this cutscene mean? I still can't figure it out. That's why it's the most unanswerable question in all of zombies. So that's about it for this week's episode of the Top 5. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. Let's see if we can try to hit 300 likes on this video. I think that would be pretty cool. If you want, you can leave your most unanswerable questions in all of zombies, and then I'll add them up. I'll see which questions have the most thumbs up, and I will make the 5 most unanswerable questions in all of zombies according to you guys, the community. This is your written list. I'd recommend you subscribe so you can check out next episode and see if your questions made it in. Or if you want, you can just subscribe because I upload new top 5s every week, and if you like this one, I'm sure you'll love the next one. I'd recommend all of you check out my second channel down below. A link is in the description. Have a great day, and